Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos.
Let's go, fellas. Mike, 58, right there. Mike,
watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
A first down throw for Brissett. He'll find Metcalf. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the boot, watch the boot.
That ball complete to Isabella. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Bring it. Check safety. Zoom.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go!
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
Mike.
15 Lonnie.
Double dog. That's the way. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And an alley to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hut.
57's the Mike. Mike 57.
From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
50's the Mike. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's go.
Trot.
D. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Check. Hey, Mike's 50.
Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. DK Metcalf, 89 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Mike, right, 7.
I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
This is Breida.
You're all mine.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
25, check 25, check 25.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Check 3. Check 3. That's it.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Good. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete.
Good work.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
An 8-yard pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Get nowhere.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Check fast, check fast.
Kill. Shift.
Check that.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I got one. Single. Slot. Hey, you're on the ball.
Here's Brissett.
Right. He's tight right here.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Big boy can run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Here we go. Back. Check 31.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans.
Let's go.
Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Keep playing hard.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Throwing. Brissett. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Brissett on 1st down. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Watch out. Topper! Topper! Slam! Slam! Slam!
Check your hot read.
General! West! Check! Right!
Now it's Hines. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
You better come harder next time, son.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Right here, right here.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Hey, I'm coming.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch the twist.
Going quickly here to Thomas. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Set hut. They might have bled.
Stop your whining.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready, ready.
Right here,
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike 3, 4, 2, trouble. Let's go, let's go. Shift, shift.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Brissett now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
14-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go one more.
Shift, shift.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Weapon. Go.
Now on 2nd and 13, Brissett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Good stuff.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Mike 57.
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Check nickel, go. Check 99. Check 99.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, he'll get this into the hands of Breida.
Jackson's pass complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Titans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Check. Crunch.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Ginn. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
I see you. Here we go. 58. Touchdown. Let's go, deep. Come on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And the Broncos first down.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career.
Let's go now. Dirty base.
Brissett again.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Brings up third down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Alert.
Into the air once more, it's Brissett. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
Wide, get wide. Check 24, check 24. Get a roll. West. Mike, short. 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Here we go. Check 4. 22, jet bomber. 22, jet bomber.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Let's go. Joker. Check 43. Yo,
Staying open. Rush in.
The final shot before break. Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They run again with Breida. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
for the offense. Let's go.
Tight dog. Tight dog.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down.
Right there, right.
Ready, go.
I got him.
54 is Mike. 54.
Go.
Check. Watch 54. Watch
Oh,
54.
and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Here's Ginn. It'll be a 48-yard punt.
Here we go.
5 there on the return.
Here we go.
And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
And break this tie. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go again.
To throw, Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it third down.
A gain of a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw is Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Come on, guys. We got this.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Out of the shotgun, Breida Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Shift. Twist. Check. Hunt, 64. Weak.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, check 24.
66, bullet, ha! Exit!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
Let's go now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DK Metcalf, 77 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got to get the stop here, D.
54's Mike.
Now it's Jackson.
Watch 54.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
And the Titans' 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
Jackson's pass.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Watch Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Crunch time, defense.
Hey, switch gears. Switch.
Under crunch. Under crunch.
Dog.
Break the edge. Come.
This time Jackson will throw it. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
22, jet bomber.
On second down, it's Hines, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Ready.
Mike's 5-4. Hey, Lobo. Mike's 5-4.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Check.
H3. J2. Come hot.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Brissett's pass intended for Scott Miller.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 21-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get him.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.
Jackson's pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now it's Breida.
Check 6 guy.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
Makes the score.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Hines. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Brissett. Safarian Jenkins has it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Rabbit.
Ito Smith, his first carry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. They run with Hines. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mike, 58, right there. get nervous. Hey, 58 is orbit. 58's the mic.
Looking to throw on second down. Brissett looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Double up.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Check. Watch 54.
Check. Hey, watch that.
To throw again on second down. Jackson.
Here we go.
Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
1st down, Titans.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's get some penetration. Mike 50.
Jackson on 1st down. It's caught by Aguilar. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jackson to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Check. Lucky.
Now Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 60-yard. 58's the mic. I got you. Delta. Shut up.
Brissett. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Down. Check 70 ending. Topper. Here it comes.
Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Mike's 50.
Throwing now is Jackson.
Here I come again.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Man left, man left.
4 down, 4 down. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh, 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Here's Brissett.
I smell fear in that offense.
Trying to lay one up
I smell
deep.
fear in that offense.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
For DK Metcalf, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Ball trot.
58's the Mike. 58. 58's the Mike.
Hey, let's get that ball, D.
Brissett looks to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there.
22, Jet Bubba. 22.
First down, Brissett. He'll find Metcalf. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 43-yard line.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from long, very long range. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Ready? 6 Mike. 26 Mike. You don't want it. You don't want none of that.
Give me it. Pick up the ball.
Peek the edge. Peek the edge. Screen. 218. Trouble.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd and short. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot.
Yup, yup. Backfield. Motion backfield. 26. 26 Mike.
Brissett again. Flushed out right. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch 54. Big stop. Big stop.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
17 yards.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
1 yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got it. Kill, kill, kill. Run.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
You don't want no problem from me.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
To Pittsburgh. In your face. Weapon. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On 3rd down, Hines.
Get it.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Decision to be made on 4th and just a few inches in overtime. What do you do?
I know you've got to weigh it out as a head coach because if you don't get it, you've turned it over in a great spot for the opposition to go down and win the game. But 4th and inches, I think what most teams do is they say, if we can't get inches, we don't deserve to win anyway.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Know your job.
They'll run for it with Hines. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a give right side. It's Hines, about 3 yards there to the 27.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Check 52.
From the gun, they run with Smallwood. And they'll get this down to the 10. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Broncos, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1.